I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is December 9th, Monday, 2024. I hope you had a good day, good weekend here. So last video we made, I made this video on the 2nd. I was talking about having 3 drives up and then retracing or retracing back with a leg, then another retrace and then coming back down, right? So we pretty much are in that flow. I made that video here on the 2nd. So that was kind of like drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, or if you excluded this, drive 1, drive 2, and then the little raid. But whatever the case is, that was the understanding, to come up here and wipe out that liquidity. So pretty nice. That was kind of what I was saying, but the drawing wasn't that pretty. And then this is a 4 hour. Let me go to a 1 hour real quick, and then you'll see. And I was talking about, because it didn't feel good at the end of the last week, but I was talking about we could pull up one more time, which was NFP Friday, and that's what we did. We came down. We had support there, and we pushed up for another time. So this was just a retrace, and then it pushed up again, and then we had that raid here at London. Accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution down, and this is kind of where we are now. So that's why I was saying, just so you know, we're going to probably come up one more time. It's risky. So if you thought that was it, then I understand. But again, we also had, if you look at the 4 hour, I was mentioning in those videos about we're waiting for, hold on, I'm waiting for this to populate. So I was waiting for, here we had the first mountain here, which would be here when we made the video. And then we pushed up again here for the highest part of the mountain. And then you're looking for the divergence there, right? So then you get the lower high here, and then sometimes the sell is right there once it's now here. And that's exactly what I did today. That's exactly what I was talking about. So sure enough, again here with a nice projection from this low to this high here, you can see where did it 2 to 2.5 here. We went above it, of course. Beautiful trade. So let me get into, there's a lot to talk about, but to keep it simple, back on the 15-minute, if I come back here, that's when I made the community post. I was saying that we could probably come back one more time. So that range from there to there, we came up, and then we were pretty much dangling at that 25% here. And at that 25%, you can see that we pretty much respected the opening day gap, which is, I'm talking about Friday. And then we had this data low. Remember, we had NFP news here at 8:30. So we shot down, we pushed up, just a bull flag. And then I projected from over here, I projected this low to this high. I had 3.5 to 4. So I had a good idea we're coming back up. And then I projected here, this low, data low, to that high, that swing high, which was from 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock to 8:30 on the 15-minute, swinged up here to 3.5 to the 4, right? So that was Friday's closing. And sure enough, look where we closed. We closed literally at the 4 deviation, beautifully right there. And then today we gapped up here, and then we ended up here. What did I have been talking about for weeks now, or for more than that? What was the model here on Monday? We're looking to come back into 50% of the Friday's range. As you see here, the low of Friday, the high of Friday. That's 50%. That's what this fib for. Now, I know I got a lot of little fibs here. It's just projections. So don't get confused with that. But so anyways, we pushed up here. Obviously, I wasn't even a part of any of that. I was sleeping. But and then here we had the open. So what did we do here? So the framing of the 1 hour today was really key. And this is what was a little tricky, but I understood that up here. I understood that when we were at 9:30, I was like, oh, dude, they got this imbalance right here. And we broke right through these up candles, right? And at the time, the price was sitting here. And I was like, dude, we're gonna jump in here. Sure enough, that's what we did. We jumped in here and then we sold off. Now, how I got it, which was a little bit, there's so much to talk about. Jesus. So let me see if I can do this real quick. This is gonna be a fire video though. So here I was like, all right, cool. We have this inversion right here. We're respecting it. I was already in the sell here. I was trying to catch it down. It was really what I was just trying to come down to. And sure enough, 9:30 opens. Let me open it up even wider because I know there's a lot going on here. So there's that imbalance there, right? And then don't get confused with this. There's this imbalance as well. But before that price action was even there, God. You can see here that I was in it and then we shot down. Now I projected when we pushed down here and I'm all over the place. So we pushed down here and then it started coming back up. I was like, fuck. So this trade did not pan out. Pushed up here, then we got up here. Now, while we're in here, we are now sweeping the liquidity to the left. Now we are getting closer to up in here, but we're not quite reaching the, let me see what level this is. Can't remember everything. 642. Yeah, so so with this swing high, we got into that hour imbalance. That was what I was trying to do. And then I was here at 50% of the opening gap for the week. So I did take this sell right here. Yep, took this sell again, and then I projected this candle itself, this 932 candle. So I projected that candle, and then it came down to the 2 to 2.5, and it stopped. And I was like, no. And it was like damn near 50% of it. And I was like, fuck. So then it slowly creeped up, and I was like, all right, dude, this is not going to pan out. I held it until here, though, until once we started breaking above here. Then I was like, nah, this ain't good. So what did they do? When we came up, we almost sealed the opening range gap, almost, but we didn't quite seal it. So I was like, okay. And then we pushed up again. When we pushed up again, let me shrink this a little bit. So when we pushed up again, I was like, all right, dude, this is it. Because why? I am strong in my bias of we have accomplished these 3 drives, and now I'm trying to get the sell, right? So I'm bearish, right? I'm just retracing. I'm counter trending is what I'm doing. So then it pushed up, got bright, beautiful to the opening weak gap at the high here. Now we're digging into that 1 hour imbalance right there. And now we're tagging this last up candle. Well, this is not the last up candle, but these are the last 2 up candles that are pretty much energetic, right? So that was beautiful, what I was looking for. And then sure enough, this is where I then catch the sell. We push down, we're respecting the wicks here, the high of this candle, this 949, and I have time involved. It's the 950. So we raid and we push down. I'm in here. My stop loss is above here, and it's 959, not 950. So the time isn't a factor. I have the first imbalance here. This 931's dragged out. I'm expecting to come underneath and then use it as resistance. And sure enough, that's exactly what we did. So, with that, I then also project from this high to this low. Why not this low? Because this high got made by this low, right? So we break through. I'm swinging from here. You can see, well, you can't see on the 15-minute. God damn it, I knew this might happen. I was trying, I'll explain in a second. But I was trying to break through. We'll see here. So anyways, so then we break down here. We have this imbalance, this 956. You can see it holding on the dime right there. That's perfect. And then now I'm trying to get underneath this 931, and we start doing that, right? We come underneath, and then now let me continue here so you can understand. Obviously, my target is this level right here. So there's I have 250 fibs, right? One right here, one right here. So right here, this was my target to get to. And sure enough, we came right to it here. See this level here? Look to the right. You can see that we are tagging it right there. This is this. I wish I could take this color off. That would be nice. Let me take off the entries, right? How do you do that? I forgot the fucking lines. Extended price order. Shit. I can't think right now, man. So anyways, so this level here is tagging the 50% of the Friday's range. So anyways, I get out, right? The price comes down again. Understood that this could be a control of price, and it ended up doing that. But I ended up buying this here. And then if you do that range from here to here, we get to a 1 to 1.5. So I expect a retracement, which was perfect. So I end up catching this buy here, and I was greedy and tried to hold it for here. But this was a breakaway imbalance, and you have a high chance of it not reaching there. I was just really trying to get up there for the breakout traders. But and then it stalled right here. And then I ended up getting out when it started shooting down, and I realized I fucked up. I should have just sold here, because I was looking for a sell, buy, sell. That's what I was trying to do for this leg coming down. And sure enough, I dropped that ball here hard. I had an opportunity to get in here. You can see that so when we drop down, we get into this imbalance here. We tag the high of the middle candle, which is not common, but it will do that, but it must reject right away. So instead of putting the stop loss there, you would be there if you entered inside this imbalance, but it did wick that out. And that's why I was like, let's go up above more. But anyways, we came in here, we made a swing, and it was over with. Then when you had this inversion here, this 941 in blue, you can see that we came in here, and then the body's respected, and I knew I fucked up. I should have entered. I should have sold here, because again, my goal was possibly to keep coming down. Why? Because of that data low. Well, not besides all the liquidity here, and if you remember this day of Friday, it was a lot of imbalance right there, and just super support and liquidity sitting there. If you recall that day, remember we didn't even close the opening range gap on Friday. So that was the other reason why I was like, man, I damn near forgot what I was supposed to be doing here. And it was just, I dropped the ball. It was a long weekend. But anyways, so missed the sell here. Price drops down. They end up sealing all that, and then wiping out the data low. And then they didn't take out Friday's low. So that being said here, I also have a 3.5 to 4 here. Price comes right to it beautifully. And then we get a nice signal here of buying. We're extreme here. We have an inversion here on this 1109, and we tap it, we pop up. So I'm in that buy here, and the buy ends up coming up to here, get out of the trade. Now, the thing is with this is that when I'm looking for this order flow, I want to sweep liquidity to the left. So the lower high that gets created, what I'm trying to say here is I want to see, so when I make this flow here, when I'm doing this flow, very, very easy, right? I want a lower high to get wiped out, and that be the lower high, okay? Right, so I'm looking for the drives up, and that we had that here. Now here, I'm also doing that here in this leg, so push down, retrace back, right? So let me explain that real quick. So here, again, I don't know what's going to happen, but at the same time, just follow your fucking analysis. But I end up getting out here, and what do? We sweep, so this high right here, see, we sweep that high. So I take that sell, right? I take that sell to come down, and it fails. So some of the some of the projection work here, I projected this control of price, and if you see it come down, it's 2.5 to 2 to 2.5 right here, right? I'm gonna delete this. This is just way too sloppy, but I'm just trying to show what was the understanding. And really, I was just gonna hold it for 3 drives and then come down to 2 to 2.5, and I didn't. I'd rather have the profit, to be honest. And what I was, again, back to this, I was to buy here so then I can resell. I was still selling here, but I wanted to come up in here, and fucked it all up, dude. Just my psychology got all messed up, and I got greedy, and it just went against me. And then I didn't even get to fucking sell. It's like, dude, what are you doing? But operator's error. So anyways, when I'm trying to catch this sell here, you can see I'm projecting this candle here, this 1111, nice candle, right? So pushing up here to 2 to 2.5. That's why I got out right here when I bought it, and then tried to sell it. So just eager. And then And then we swept liquidity here. And I was like, all right, cool. That failed. Went up again. And now I was like, all right, cool. I know where I am perfectly because, well, I got the 3.5 to 4 here. We're in that vicinity of that candle from here to here. And then if you in basic price action, if you look at where am I trying to wipe liquidity? So this is a sell, buy, sell on the higher time frame. And I understood that, and I'm trying to catch a piece of that moves, right? That's just my strategy. But why did it come here? Well, if you take the range from this high to this low, now I'm talking about this 50 fib here. So from this high, why? Because that's a lower high and it swept liquidity to the left. We made this low, okay? And I'm expecting to come back up to what? 50%. So look to the right here. You'll see that 50%. And I knew that, but I thought it was going to be really heavy and just start coming down. But here you can see that line. This is this line right here. Okay. Not this, obviously, from the stupid line from the entry. I wish I could change those colors, man. So now we tag 50%. And if you look to your left here, why do you think it's coming here as well, besides the 50%? Well, because when people were selling here, let's just say someone sold here. It came up against them. They lost. And then when they sold here, let's just say they didn't know if it was bullish yet. Let's just say they came, the price pushed up, retraced back. Here, they didn't know it was going to sell yet. Let's just say they didn't know. But even if they got in here, this is like the last resort for getting in, besides these people here. But here, this is where, for extra measure, you can see they pop up here and they try to wipe them out, right? And that's kind of like what I'm talking about. Obviously, if I could draw it and show you, but you see that we're coming right back to that 50% level. So, and that's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, I understood that here. And once we popped up above this high, you got 3 drives, 1, 2, 3, 50% with this understanding that I just mentioned here. Taking that sell, right? So where am I taking this sell? Obviously, so if we project this swing here to here, I'm getting 3.5 to 4 here, which we have reached, but I'm trying to break through liquidity to take that low. And then obviously these lows down here, as you can see. Oh shit, I just lost my, the previous, Friday's low, and then get into this understanding of what I mentioned in this trade. So basically we're like, I would say like we're right here, right? We're kind of like right here, right? So we've did the 3 drives, we went down, we've stopped there, we've retraced, and now we're retracing back. So that I don't know if that I drew, this retrace, I don't know if that's where we're in now right now. I'm hoping it is, so we can make that leg down and then get into, well, in this case, oh come on, dude. This stopped? No. Hold on. Oh, my fucking screen's frozen. Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. All right. My screen just completely froze, dude. I was like, what the hell? So I had to fix that. All right. So what I was trying to say, hopefully it doesn't freeze again. But I don't know what the last thing I just said, man. But I'm hoping that the retracement that we just did, which is that 50%, is that instead of coming back up one more time. And what I'm trying to say is this, like I'm hoping that this is that retracement. So this is the leg, the 3 drives. This is the push down, the retracement, and then we sell off for one more leg down. That was all I was trying to say and do. So I'm hoping that we don't come up here one more time. I'm hoping that now that the way it is Asia and London going to kind of push us down, and then push back up. So I'm trying to get one more leg like this down here. So where would that be? Well, obviously wiping that liquidity. And then these guys right here, see this? And then see this push out traders right here? A little imbalance in there. I'll draw it right now. All right, so this is kind of where I would like to go. Probably even deeper. And then what do we have here? Well, we have the previous, let me delete this. We have the previous previous month's high right there. And where is excuse me a second. Oh, yeah. So anyways, yeah, so breaking through the all-time high that we had right there, right? Getting into that imbalance, and then in here that's kind of refined in a way. Would I like it to come into here? Yeah, I would. I would, but I don't know if that's realistic. But we are, again, we're expecting, this is the retracement. I'm expecting, once we did the drives, I'm expecting the retracement. At the time of the video, I just made it shitty here, but I don't know if it's going to come into here, right? So I'm holding onto this trade, see if I can break through. I would like to just take the profit, but the data shows that, we're going to retrace for another leg. So, like, for example, this leg here, this complete leg, I just want to copy that there, right? So that's the understanding I'm trying to have. Plus, we have this gap. Let's not forget about this gap here. Obviously, we have that gap there. So a lot of push out traders from here. There's also push out traders from here. This is, I don't know about this, but it's gonna take like 2-3 days of constant selling. Like, this is day one of sells. So I'm expecting 2 more days like this. I'm hoping, I guess. But yeah. So hope this makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is I'm hoping this sell holds because of the fact that it is a balanced price range. We pushed up, we pushed down, we pushed up, we left, we pushed down again. So for me, there's no really reason to come back up here. Again, unless they want to kind of poke in this 4-hour imbalance right here. Well, this is a 1 hour, but you get it, right? So the 4-hour, the 4-hour right here would be more legible. So you see that right there. So the question is do we end up like fading back up into here to then sell off? I'm still bearish, not bearish, but I'm retracing. I'm counter trending. We're stuck at this 50%, so I want to break through this. That's going to be the whole deal here. So I hope this all makes sense. And then also here, I did the projection from this candle. This 1 o'clock, 1 minute candle. So I projected, I just did this swing right here. And then you can see the 2 to 2.5 is right here. So I'm coupling this with this and this understanding that I mentioned here. But in reality, man, it's coming back to that 50% of that range, that high, that low. I know I'm in that range. This is external. This is external, right? These price levels have both taken out liquidity there, and then that has taken out liquidity to the left there. So I'm using that range, 50% fair delivery. Beautiful, right? So then I projected this here down to 3 to 3.5, 3.5 to 4. I mean, and look, we're fucking. But see, this is a little too low not to come and take out the liquidity again, unless they want to come up and wipe them out first. But I'm pretty confident in this and where we're going here. Most likely I'll probably just take it out whenever we get underneath here and maybe we get into here, maybe Asia, London. Hopefully it's like moves really fast. I know I'm talking a lot here, man. 23 minutes. So here also writings on the wall here. You had higher highs here. See that? Higher highs there, lower highs there, right? So beautiful. How was I able to tell you that I was going to sell on Monday? I told you I was going to sell on Monday. I was out in the community tab. I was saying, if we don't sell, we're going to probably come back one more time, which would be Friday here. Friday, which we did. And then I said, if it doesn't sell off on Friday, then I'm going to want to sell on the beginning of the week, which is today's Monday. And sure enough, there you go, right? How could I know that? You're probably wondering, right? So that's why I'm showing. That's why I'm involved here. So you see here, we had a divergence also here. We had higher highs with NAS here, and we had lower highs here, and that was beautiful for that sell when I ended up catching it to that 50% of Friday's range. I could show the trade because people don't believe me, but I don't know, man. I didn't want to do this. I'm trying to stay away from doing this, man, but you'll see it right there. So as you see, getting in here, that's 950 right there, right? And sure enough, getting to 50% on the head. We tag it, get out of the trade. Beautiful. So what's it called? What was I saying? Yeah. So here, once we took that down, we had a nice divergence here with Dow, higher highs here, and then nice exit. So what would I have liked to have done today better? Because I had a feeling we were going to dip lower than that 50%. It's just a model and it works well, but I wanted to see this little price action right there when we were messing around on Thursday on Friday. You remember that? So I was like, dude, we're gonna come for that. Plus the data low, right? So man, I knew I should have held it for the data low, but what I was trying to do was buy. Remember, I've already said this. I was trying to be slick and buy from here, which I did, and I had profit, and then sell again. And the fucking man, it sold. It was beautiful, but I got greedy in it, and this ended up being a control of price. This 1031 and plus these three candles up in consecutive. If I was to have draw a line here, you can see the control of prices right here, right? So if we drag that out, you'll see that that's another reason why we come up there. And I understood that too, but I was just so married to getting into this imbalance. I was like, dude, that's way too easy for breakout traders. Sure enough, well, they were winning there. But what I should have done is just held it for drives or just actually execute it here for that next sell. And I didn't do that well. So, but and then we came here and then wait for a nice divergence here to then buy back up, which is what I ended up doing here. And then sure enough, we pushed up here. And then at this point we had lower highs with Dow and we had higher highs here with S&P and NASDAQ, right? So let me see here. Am I missing something? So dollar, well, they got a nice little retrace back. They took out all the breakout traders from this level. So now, geez, how does that even look right? Oh, that's probably a holiday. And then is dollar going to continue up? That would be that nice push down for us. So that's why I'm trying to hold this. Other than that, what I tell you guys about Dow, beautiful gap right there. Look where we are. We are sealing it now, right? Beautiful. I mentioned this already, as you know. So we ended up coming to that gap here, and let's see where we end up going. Getting to an oversold now. Again, the purpose of this conversation is we're retracing for this week of December, and then once we find that floor, which I'm assuming is going to be looking at the historical data here, I'd like to say by tomorrow, the 10th or the 11th, somewhere by the 11th and 12th. So from now to the 12th, I'd like to see us reach a bottom and then push back up to make all new highs again for the Santa rally. That's what I'm talking about. So, let's see here. What was I saying? So then we pushed up here. That 6,100 level, 6,100 level, beautiful. We rated the previous week's high, and then well, actually no, S&P did not. So there was a divergence. We did, which was nice. And now they're just coming back. They're just coming back to wipe out and retrace liquidity, wipe out liquidity, and that's pretty much it. They are now tagging the previous month's high. So I'm hoping Nas to do that, but we'll see. So pretty clear. This is still an effect. Like the way, I know this is ugly, but we got the three drives. We're looking for the retrace back. So there's a lower low and a lower high. I'm hoping that we did that today. We might not have, but and then roll over for one more leg. I'm definitely expecting one more leg down, for sure. So again, not sure if it's going to reach this deep, but I'm just hoping that we don't pop up in here first. I'm trying to come down first. We'll see what happens, and then it's pretty much seal this area here. right? And then we can now then buy back up. Why didn't I draw it? Let me play it. Right. And then buy back up. Literally. So, we'll see what happens here. But I feel like I'm missing something. Nvidia, and then they squeezed up and they came back down really deep. So, wondering, is this going to be liquidity, and that'll get us that push down? That's what I'm trying to rush for, that extra leg down. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Made it way too long. So you know what I'm looking for, and yeah, pretty beautiful. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, man, I have my anniversary tomorrow, so we're celebrating it tomorrow. She's taking a day off, and I'm not even. I might be able to trade the morning, but I might be out and about and not being able to do the video, so I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. All right, you guys take care and God bless.